Welcome back, everybody. I'm back today with those updates on the EIDL, the grants, and the loans. Big change is finally here, but is it a reality or is it a wish list by the SBA? I have some insider information on what is really going on with the loan processing, okay? So don't give up on your sight of that 24 months of working capital or that $10,000 or that $5,000 grant that your business truly needs right now, okay? Share this video with everybody you know inside the EIDL program, whether they're in the grant program or the loan program. You're going to learn something on today's video, all right? Let's get you guys all caught up. Welcome back, everybody. I'm back today with that lineup on the EIDL, the grants and the loans. The big change is finally here by the SBA. They made all these big announcements and big promises. But is this a reality or is this a wish list by the SBA? I've got some insider info I want to share with all of you on new quotas and the vanishing loan increase request. Some of this could be good news. Some of this could be bad news. We're going to break it all down for you right here. By the way, if you're meeting me for the first time today, my name is Edward Bilder, and I'm a financial educator who teaches you the secrets of passive income, financial independence, earning that money while you're sleeping. That's right. I'm going to go to bed tonight. I'm going to wake up tomorrow, and I'm going to count a few extra $1,000s in my bank account. And I want to teach you those secrets as well, all right? For things like real estate, royalties, the stock market, and things like Airbnb, you could check out my crash course found in the description right now. I'm going to do something real quick. I need to make sure that I have your attention for this next announcement. Never trust the comment scammers. Never, never. I'm getting a lot of messages right now on my Instagram of people saying, hey, Skip would like to charge me $600. You know, that writer guy from Skip. He wants to charge me $600 to put me in the queue with the SBA to get my grant and loan process much faster. Should I pay him? I trust you, Builder. Tell me what to do. Should I pay this guy? The answer is no. He is a scammer. They try and trick you on all the big channels. They copy our faces and our names and try and trick you to go over to Instagram to pay them money, and they will never help you. They're just going to take your money, and they're going to leave you with nothing. All right? Never trust the comment scammers. I know I made a weird bird noise to make that announcement, but I answer that question a lot. People are saying that they're, being requested $600 to get in the priority, and they're not going to help you. All right? So, all right, maybe I'll make a bird noise tomorrow. Who knows, okay? Let's get into the updates. Big changes were announced by the SBA. And, it's sort of happening. It's sort of not happening. Let me explain. So my insiders at the SBA are telling me that loan officers have now been given a quota. It's 16 reviews a day per loan officer. And yes, that does somewhat align with what they announced here just over the past few days in their webinars. They said something like 15 quotas per day, 15 loans per day. But many of the loan officers right now, they actually receive second-hand info, third-hand info, fourth-hand info. They actually receive a lot of info from my channel right here as well, okay? Let me explain for a moment here, because the way the structure is set up with the loan officers is something a bit, well, let me just tell you, all right? The SBA is a small organization, right? If you count the number of people who actually physically work for the SBA, that's a very small number. But the contractors, on the other hand, that have been assigned and pulled in to handle this high volume, that's approximately 1,300 or so. That's a fairly large number of loan officers, all right? But those contractors are made up of very small teams, all right? So they're a big group of very small teams, and this really increases the complexity of when you're passing secondhand info, third-hand info, fourth-hand info. You get the picture here, right? It's like you tell your friend the secret and you go around the circle, and when it comes back to the side, it's a totally different message. These teams are made up of between 8 and 15 teams with a team leader, and they're contracted from various groups all throughout the country, all right? They're possibly ex-underwriters, possibly from a past life. Maybe they worked on mortgages in their life. But they did all say that they have, yes, been given new quotas, all right? Some of them are finding that this is challenging to keep up the pace because they didn't necessarily add new loan officers. They're just trying to do more with the current amount of loan officers they have, right? They said increasing capacity and efficiency, right? And that essentially means, I'm an engineer, that means you do more with less. It means you do more with the same amount that you've had previously. So if I had 10 and they were doing 10, and I want them to do 20 with 10, That's increasing efficiency and capacity, all right? Now, this may be the new reason or the new added feeling that everybody's experiencing as to why they feel like they're rushed. You know, you finally get a loan officer to call you on the phone, and you feel that sense of maybe they're being rude, or maybe you're feeling like they're rushing you off the phone. But let's face it, all right? Some of these loans are very complex, especially ones with multiple business owners, and those are the ones that typically need a one-to-one conversation to really figure out what's going on, because right now no single borrower, no matter how many businesses you're ranked on, how many businesses you're a part of, you can't exceed $2 million total in funding completely. You know, so add it all up, if you're on 5 different businesses, 2 million is the cap for you. All right, now because these loans are complex, when you get the applicant on the phone, you start talking to them directly, you tend to get a lot of extra that you don't really need, right? So the loan officers, you know, you get on the phone, you're finally like, oh, finally, I'm talking to a person here, and let me tell them my whole backstory, and let me tell them the story of what my friends and neighbors are doing with their loans, and let me tell you what some other fellow business owners are doing, right? And I'm not trying to push the blame back on the applicant, but that feeling from the loan officer with the new quotas could kind of be a bad thing. Because while we all want speed, what we really want is an approved, funded loan, right? That's the goal here, to get yourself approved and funded. And loan officers would have a much easier day if they just declined applicants, right? You could go through your pile and you're like, oh, I only need 16 for today. Decline, right? Just go down the list and decline them all. And that could be a terrible thing, right? The harsh reality of this is what we're facing is that the new quotas are imposing a lot on the loan officers to the point where they're quitting, walking off the jobs, leaving you in limbo, or decline, 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 right? So that's some of the bad feedback that I'm getting from this new organization that took over the capital access team when it was previously the disaster assistance team. This is some of the harsh reality that loan officers are actually facing right now, and it could affect you, the applicant. I know it sounds unfair, and I know it seems a bit crazy. Now, because of the structure of trees, right, where they have all these small little groups that are working together and they have a team leader and all that secondhand information that just keeps getting passed to them, yes, they all have a set of guidelines that they have to follow from the SBA. It's the specific criteria of the SBA, but some teams will respond differently to certain scenarios, and it could mean the difference of getting you that yes or that no, right? And we all want the yes, okay? So let's shift over to some of the things that's happening inside the vanishing loan modification requests, because some teams are acting a little bit differently in these scenarios. I'm going to explain that here coming up. Now, maybe some of you who woke up this morning and you went into your portal to check your loan modification request, hoping to see that approval there, right? And you found that the loan modification just straight vanished, all right? And you panic, right? You go into panic mode, you call the SBA. Maybe somebody tells you you've been declined. Maybe somebody tells you they still see your information. Maybe somebody says, no, they're requesting more documentation, right? You get all these different answers right now, okay? And I'll tell you, some of you are getting an email that says you, the applicant, are just simply not interested in the loan modification request. You get those withdrawal letters saying that you've withdrawn it on your behalf, that something is inactive. And the words not interested, it's an actual option inside of the portal for that loan officer, all right? Now, some groups right now, they're actually hitting the not interested button instead of choosing the denial button, all right? They have a few buttons they could pick. They could pick approve, resize, deny, or not interested. What not interested does is it puts you into this withdrawal pattern, okay? It doesn't necessarily withdraw all of your information out of the system, but it puts you into a withdrawal pattern because maybe they need additional documentation from you. Maybe the 4506T came back and it's having an invalid address where something's not matching. Maybe your zip code isn't matching, or you're stuck in the IRS backlog, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. So if you're getting the not interested trigger, and yes, you're getting the withdrawal piece of information that tells you to go back through recon, simply just do this, all right? If you got yourself a withdrawal letter or you got yourself the not interested, resubmit your 4506T to COVID EIDL increase requests at SBA.gov and ask them to upload this information into your portal, okay? That new piece of information will put you back into the queue. Yes, it does reset you in line, unfortunately, but it doesn't mean you're out of the running for 24 months of working capital that your business truly needs, all right? Now, it's a little bit chaotic, but if they hit the denial button, you have to go through PDC reconsideration, which a lot of information, it's almost like you have to resubmit all your information all over again. But if they hit the not interested button, all of your information still stays in there, and you can get yourself back into the queue without having to resubmit all that additional stuff, all right? Now, if you did get a different email that is not related to your 4506T, maybe it's unverifiable information or something else that's telling you to go to PDC reconsideration, take that path, okay? That is the path that they are specifically telling you to do. But a lot of this information around withdrawal or the not interesteds, you could just get yourself bumped out of the line. It kind of stops that timer, that 90-day timer that automatically withdraws you and allows you the opportunity to get back into line just by submitting that extra piece of information, the 4506T, okay? Now, I know the SBA is saying that they will review 600,000 plus loans in the next 2 weeks. And I'm simply saying that that's not very likely. The reason I'm saying that is my insider told me that they are currently working on loan modification requests that were submitted at the end of April. Okay, so that's where they are in the line. I know, yikes, right? We're into almost into August, and they're working at the end of April right now. So stay tuned with the channel if you like this type of reporting, if you like hearing what's actually going on at the SBA. Become a subscriber, turn on that notification bell, and get yourselves the updates daily. I'm here each and every day reporting on EIDL grants and loans. And of course, I report on other small business news as well. Get you guys that passive income. And before you leave today, remember to swing by the description and check out my crash course on Airbnb. It's one of the tricks that I use to sleep and earn all that extra money when I wake up the very next day. You could get in the real estate game right now with a $50 bill. Start cash flowing in 3 business days. You don't have to own the real estate to do this. Earn yourself an extra $5,000 to $10,000 each and every month. And when you want to scale that process up and earn extra money, you just keep repeating that process over and over again, adding an extra $5,000 to $10,000 repeatedly over and over and over again. Trust me, I do this each and every day. I just spent the weekend buying all this extra real estate, filming the process so that I could put it inside my crash course to show you guys how I do this. I generate all these piles of cash over here, and then I go out and I buy a bunch of stuff, and it all starts with that $50 bill. I have it on a mega sale right now. In the description is greater than half off, and that sale ends tonight. Tonight's the last night for that sale, all right? Rush out and grab it, found in the description. And guys, remember, you could join my Zoom calls Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you'd like to learn how you could partner with me in my current BNBs. Just find me over on Instagram if you want to be part of that list, or leave a comment down below and I'll find you, all right? Guys, don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know what type of business you're out there functioning in. I'd love to hear a piece of your life as well. And remember, I have strategies coming up on how you can grow your business through simple, automated social media techniques. Just watch that top line growth. Just keep going up. Whether you're starting out for the first time, or you have a mature business, or you're just trying to recover from pre-pandemic, I've got the tricks right here that'll show you how to grow that. Remember, I'm also going to teach you the tricks on passive income through royalties, stock market, and real estate, of course, things like Airbnb. And don't forget to get on my list for Priorities 1 and Priorities 2 of the targeted advanced grants. If you've been waiting in the queue as far back as February, I send out these lists periodically to our favorite congressmen or women to keep the priority and focus on that so that we could get you guys funded those 10 or 5 extra $1,000 that your business truly needs. And if you're stuck in the ACH transfer process, I've been getting a lot of comments on this lately. Leave a message in the comments. I have a list of those individuals as well that I send out periodically. Or you can find me on Instagram, of course. And the process time for that right now is around 15 weeks. If you found yourself rejected by, say, a Chime bank account or an app bank account, rejected back, and you're stuck in limbo right now, you have to submit through the bank returns process. Remember, send in your driver's license, your information, and the voided check, and go through the bank returns process to get yourselves back your funding. Yeah, it takes about 15 weeks right now, as some people are reporting as high as 18 weeks, unfortunately, all right? I wish you guys all the best. I'm going to be here each and every day supporting you guys, so tune in daily, and I will catch you all on the next one. Bye for now.